Radha Pyare Jaya Gopal, Radha Pyare Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal, Vrindavan ke Jaya Gopal, Vrindavan ke Jaya Gopal, Murali Manohar Jaya Gopal, Murali Manohar Jaya Gopal, Radha Pyare Jaya Gopal, Radha Pyare Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal, Radha Pyare Jaya Gopal, Radha Pyare Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal, Radha Madhava Jaya Gopal. Gauri Ganesh, Uma Ganesh, Gauri Ganesh, Uma Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Gauri Ganesh, Uma Ganesh, Gauri Ganesh, Uma Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Gauri Ganesh, Uma Ganesh, Gauri Ganesh, Uma Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh, Parvati Nandana Shri Ganesh.
Anuji, you give me this? Shri Ram. Vinda, any other kids have to sing? All the kids sing?
No.
All the kids sing?
No.
Don't sing. Anaya sing? Who? Let's show you. Oh yeah, control.
आयल पवन कुमार, आयल पवन कुमार हमारे इस मंदिर में। आयल पवन कुमार, आयल पवन कुमार हमारे इस मंदिर में। हमारे इस मंदिर में, हमारे इस मंदिर में, हमारे इस मंदिर में, हमारे इस मंदिर में। आयल पवन कुमार।
बोले श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। ओम भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। बजरंगबली भगवान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। वंदे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां वधूं। वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शङ्करम्। ओम श्री रामचंद्राय नमः। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं दनुजवन कृशानं ज्ञानिनां मृगगन्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय नमः
शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
हर योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
जटाटवी गलज्ज्वल प्रभाहि पावितस्थले जटाटवी गलज्ज्वल प्रभाहि पावितस्थले गले वलं विलम्बितं भुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिका जटाटवी गलज्ज्वल प्रभाहि पावितस्थले गले वलं विलम्बितं भुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिका दमद्दमद्दमद्दमद्दमद्दिनादमर्वयं चकार चन्द्रताण्डव तनोतु ना शिवा शिवं तनोतु ना शिवा शिवं तनोतु ना शिवा शिवम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ
नमः शिवाय
बम भोले ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः
शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय
गंगातरंगरमणीय जटाकलापं गौरी निरंतर विभूषित वामभागं नारायण प्रियमनंग मदापहारं वाराणसी पुरपतिं भज विश्वनाथं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथ कीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमते राक्षसान्तकं पंचमुखी नमस्तुभ्यं वायुपुत्राय नमो नमः हनुमात् स्मरणमात्रेण शान्तिर्भवति भारिता नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो बोले उमापति महादेव की जय प्रेम से बोलो पंचमुखी पंचानन हनुमान स्वामी की सियावर रामचंद्र की प्लीज बी सीटेड शंभो महादेव ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय आशुतोष भगवान who is easily pleased, we bow to Bhagwan Ashutosh ji by chanting today's opening Sanskrit chanting Ashutosh Ashtakam. To Bhagwan Ashutosh, we ask Prabhu, today is, I think, number 20-something day, 25th, 26th day, we're here, going on to a month. Last week, Prabhu, oh, so much joy, but yet so much sadness. Shravan month is coming to an end, where this is our 4th week now, Prabhu Ashutosh. We heard, we understand that you are easy to please, that is why you have this name. If you're pleased with us, Prabhu, go in our heart and stay there. Live there. May you be our divine companion. आशुतोष शशांक शेखर आशुतोष शशांक शेखर चंद्रमौलि चिदंबरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम शंभो कोटि नमन दिगंबरा कोटि नमन दिगंबरा आशुतोष शशांक शेखर चंद्रमौलि चिदंबरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम शंभो शम्भो कोटि नमन दिगम्बरा कोटि नमन निर्विकारो कार अविनाशी तुम्ही देवादिदेव जगत सरचत प्रलय करता शिवम सत्यम सुंदरम शिवम सत्यम सुंदरम ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय निरंकार स्वरूप कालेश्वर महायोगेश्वरा दयानिधि दानीश्वरा जय जटाधर जय भयंकरा जटाधर जय भयंकरा शूल पानि त्रिशूल धारी और घरी पाघम धरी जय महेश त्रिलोचनायक विश्वनाथ विशंबरा विश्वनाथ विशंबरा ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय शूल पानि त्रिशूल धारी और घरी पागम भरी जय महेश त्रिलोचनायक विश्वनाथ विशंबरा विश्वनाथ हे नाथ नागेश्वर हरो हर पाप शाप विशाप तुम महादेव महान भोले सदा शिव शिव शंकरा सदा शिव शिव शंकरा ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय जगतपति अनुरक्त भक्ति सदैव तेरे चरण हो क्षमा हो अपराध सब जय जय जयति जगदीश्वरा जय जय जयति जगदीश्वरा जन्म जीवन जगत का संताप ताप मिसे सभी ओम नमः शिवाय मत जपता रहे पंचाक्षरा जपता रहे पंचाक्षरा हरि आशुतोष शशांक शेखर चंद्र मौलि चिदंबरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम शंभो कोटि नमन दिगंबरा कोटि नमन दिगंबरा कोटि नमन दिगंबरा कोटि नमन दिगंबरा ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय प्रेम से बोलो उमापति महादेव की जय आशुतोष शशांक शेखर चंद्रमौलि चिदंबरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम शंकर कोटि कोटि thousands and hundreds of thousands of pranam to you Bhagwan Mahadev. When we are in the home and you offer a pranam to Mahadev or a bow to Mahadev, it is just one bow because it's easily accessible. It's there, you haven't worked for it, you go to your altar, you bow to it. You create a discipline, it's great, it's fantastic. But when you have made the pilgrimage, when you have made the effort, and you are present here now in the temple, that one pranam has become koti koti pranam. It's multiplied. Just like Om Namah Shivaya, chanted in the home, chanted in the mountain, chanted by a river, gives you different merits and multiplies by different number of times. Similarly, Om Namah Shivaya, which we didn't do last night, but we'll do tonight. Please remember me before we go, that when we do one Om Namah Shivaya, it is equivalent to millions in the temple. Millions in the temple. It is a blessing and such a pleasure to see all of you in the temple this evening. The last week of Shravan Mass, as we're getting there, but as the pilgrimage of Shravan comes to an end, the pilgrimage of Srimad Bhagavad begins as well. You know, it's such a happy feeling that it's not happy that it's coming to an end, but it's happy that we have all toiled, worked so hard during this month with our own way, with our devotion, and it's coming to an end so successful. What is success based on? Different things in life, success is based on different criteria, right? If you're a bodybuilder, success is based on how much muscles you can build in your body. If you're a runner, success is based on how fast you can run. When you are a devotee, success is based on how much you have grown as a bhakta, as a devotee. How much you have grown. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if there is 50 people or 500 people, 5,000 people in attendance, or one person. Please let it be known that over a year and a half, I've spoken on a single camera for Navratri after Navratri, for Mahashivratri, last on a single camera without people in this temple. If at all there was any way of discouraging me as a devotee of Bhagwan Mahadev, I wouldn't be doing this anymore. On a night of Shivratri, when there are literally thousands of people that go through this temple, we counted it one year who passed through this temple, around 4,000 from morning till midnight, next morning, who passed through this temple. But yet on last Mahashivratri, the night I sat here and I spoke to a single camera, to Mahadev Bhagwan, with few devotees doing things, right? It is not based on how many people you speak to. It is not based on the number of views you get, although a lot of people do watch. And it is certainly not based on, attendance and all that. It is based on if your devotion is growing. If one person comes and your devotion grows, you'll become a better person tomorrow. Bhagwan has done his work. Our temple has done its work. But obviously, we don't want to work so hard and put in all this effort for one person. We want all of you to get this beautiful benefit of Shravan Mass. And that is why this evening, it's just such a beautiful feeling. The last Tuesday of the month of Shravan, and we decide to give you the darshan of Bhagwan Panchamukhi. Bole Panchamukhi Hanuman Swami ki jai. This is the form of Hanumanji that is really unique. And if you know about him, I'll speak about him today. Today I will go to read from an unusual book called the Valmiki Ramayana. The original Ramayana, the first Ramayana that was written, not Tulsidas-ji's. Because in that Ramayana, you may ask yourself, what is the difference between Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsidas Ramayana? What is the difference? By the way, huge difference in terms of details. Tulsidas-ji was he was a lot more poetic. He was a lot more, artistic. Tulsidas is very artistic. When he describes something, he's so artistic. He describes the gardens. There's the garden scene in the Ramayana, Ramcharitmanas, where Ramji met Sitama. That is not in Valmiki Ramayana. Because they had very different inspirations, right? They had very different inspirations. So, Tulsidas-ji wrote about that. Valmiki-ji wrote, when you talk about the details, what was there, when it was there. When Ram Bhagwan was getting married, he documented what the horses were doing, what the cows were doing, what the peacocks were doing, what the servants were doing. He documented the details of it all. But it's a very dry read because it's in Sanskrit. And the details can be overwhelming sometimes. That's why Tulsidas-ji brought us Ramcharitmanas. Why take that version and you're happy you're an ordinary man. But today we'll look at Valmiki Ramayana with a little bit more detail when Hanumanji Bhagwan revealed himself. It's a very unique form of him, Panchamukhi Hanuman. But let's not forget his source. His source is Mahadev. Everyone know this prayer? I'll chant this prayer. Bar 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 mangahu. Shake your head if you hear about it before. You don't have to know it. Shake your head if you hear about it before. Not like this. This I don't know what this means. Like this. You hear about this prayer? Bar 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 mangahu. Right? You hear about this before. Aditya? You heard about this before? I don't have to tell you a story after. You know this one, right? Bar 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 mangahu harsh deho shri rang pad sarojayan payani bhakti sada satsang. Vishnu Bhagwan was coming on this earth as Ramji. He was coming on this earth as Ramji. These incarnations were all planned out already. And so when Shivji heard that Vishnu Bhagwan is coming, it is like me hearing a friend of mine is going to India or going to Guyana, right? And it's like, why are you going? Why not me? Why am I not going? Right? Bhagwan Vishnu is coming as Ramji. Shivji Bhagwan says, you mean Nilam bhuja shamala komalangam sita samarupitu vam bhagam? You mean that Ram? He said, yes. With the long arms, the beautiful lotus eyes, beautiful blue form, majestic in look, broad chest. You mean that Ram? Sita samarupitu vam bhagam, you're going to get married to Mahalakshmi in the form of Sita? He said, yes. Vishnu Bhagwan said, yes. Pano mahasayik charu chapam namami ramam raghuvansanatam. You mean that form you're going to come? Bhagwan Vishnu says yes. So here Bhagwan Shivji, so if you're going on earth as Ram, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? Right? It's like a good friend of mine saying he's going to India on a pilgrimage. Oh, my foot buttons start to scratch now. Or going to Guyana, my belly start to boil now, you know. So you want to go as well. Bhagwan Shivji says, Narayana, please remember, Shiv Narayan are separate. Yesterday, you saw Ardhangini. Shiv and Parvati are inseparable. Similarly, Shiv Narayana, Mahadev Narayan, they are inseparable. One cannot exist without the other. Shivji is the doorway to Vishnu. Vishnu Bhagwan is the doorway to Shiva. You may say that doesn't make sense, but not everything makes sense. Not everything is logical, but that's how it is. Well, Mahadev Bhagwan says, Vishnu, if you're going as Ram, I need to have a role. I need to have a role. But then, you're going as the handsome one. Everybody's going to look at you. All the people are going to look at you. Oh, your long arms and everything. Mahadev Bhagwan Vishnu. So I'm going to come. I'm going to come as one who nobody will look at. You know, you'll be in the spotlight. So, you know, if you have two Starby on the stage, what happened? That doesn't happen all the time, right? Two Starby on the same stage, it doesn't work out. Every one of them try to outdo each other. And people, you know, whatever. So you go as Ram. I'm going to come as a lower form who nobody will notice. I will just jump around. I'll just play around. But I would want to be in the party. Please don't exclude me. Because Bhakti Sada Satsang. Bhakti, I want to be in devotion to you. I want to be in satsang with you, Vishnu. So I'm going to come as the great Hanumanji. Duniya chale na Shri Ram ke bina. And so Vishnu Bhagwan came as Ramji. Vishnu Bhagwan came as Ramji, and what happened? Bhagwan Shivji came as Hanumanji Maharaj. This was a beautiful relationship that we do not see every day. Duniya chale na Shri Ram ke bina. The world cannot go on without Ram. Lekin Ramji cannot go on without Hanuman. This is a beautiful relationship between Lord and his devotee. We start with this song today. दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, हे राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, राम जी चले न
हनुमान के बिना,
राम जी चले न हनुमान, ओ राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, राम जी
चले न हनुमान के बिना,
श्री राम
चले न हनुमान के बिना,
ओ राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम
के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के
श्री राम। जब से रामायण पढ़ ली है, मैंने एक बात समझ ली है, मैंने एक बात समझ ली है, मैंने एक
बात समझ ली,
ओ जब से रामायण पढ़ ली है, मैंने एक बात समझ ली है, मैंने
एक बात समझ ली है, मैंने एक बात समझ ली है,
अरे रावण मरे न श्री राम के बिना, रावण मरे न श्री राम के बिना, लंका जले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया
चले न श्री राम के बिना, दुनिया चले न
श्री राम।
बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना,
ओ लक्ष्मण बचे ना मुश्किल था, कौन बुद्धि लाने की काबिल था, कौन बुद्धि
लाने के काबिल था, कौन बुद्धि लाने के काबिल था,
ओ लक्ष्मण बचे न मुश्किल था, कौन बुद्धि लाने की काबिल था, कौन बुद्धि लाने की काबिल था, कौन बुद्धि लाने की
काबिल था,
अरे लक्ष्मण बचे न श्री राम के बिना, लक्ष्मण बचे न श्री राम के बिना, बुद्धि मिले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना। जय श्री राम। हरण की कहानी सुनो, बनवारी मेरी जुबानी सुनो, बनवारी मेरी
जुबानी सुनो, बनवारी मेरी जुबानी सुनो,
ओ सीता हरण की कहानी सुनो, बनवारी मेरी जुबानी सुनो, बनवारी मेरी जुबानी सुनो, बनवारी मेरी
जुबानी सुनो,
वापस मिले न श्री राम के बिना, वापस मिले न श्री राम
के बिना,
अरे पता चले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, दुनिया चले न श्री राम के बिना, राम जी चले न हनुमान 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 के बिना। बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। And so he came as Sri Ram, Bhagwan Shivji. He came as Sri Ram, as Hanumanji, my friends. He came as Sri Ram and Mahavishnu came as Ramji Bhagwan. They maintained that beautiful relationship. You know, there was a saying, know your place. Sometimes when somebody says something like that, it's come across as rude, right? Somebody tell you, know your place. And maybe they say it rude, but it is a very profound statement. Know your place. Know your place. There are so many things that Ramji couldn't do, and Hanumanji did for him. But never ever did Ramji claim, Sri Ramji claim that he is lesser than Hanumanji, or never ever did Hanumanji claim that he is greater than Ram. For example, when it was time to go over the mountain, to go over the ocean rather, to cross that ocean from India to Sri Lanka, everybody asked who can go, who cannot go. Ramji Bhagwan was there. Why is he asking the question? Why didn't he just shoot an arrow, build a bridge, and go across? Well, you know, he's the Lord. Hanumanji stood up and he says, I will go. He didn't stood up earlier because somebody had to remind him of that. That's a course he had earlier. He went across. He brought the message of Sita. He didn't bring Sita. He brought the message of Sita Ma to Bhagwan Ram. He could have claimed that I'm greater than Ram. Why didn't he go? I gone and I did it. Secondly, when Lakshman was shot with a javelin from Meghnad, and the medicine was required, Mula Sanjeevani, among the 4 other medicines that were required to bring consciousness, heal the wound, and so on, and avoid infection. Why didn't Sri Ram go and get the medicine? Hanumanji went, flew, grabbed the mountain, came back. He could have claimed that, Ram, I'm greater than you. Right? I'm greater than you. No. But this statement called know your place, people should not remind people about that. Know your place in life. He is a servant of God, and in the kingdom of the Lord, the highest position that you can be given is not a minister, is not a doorkeeper, is a servant. That is the highest position you can be given in the kingdom of God. At your work is a whole different thing. Everybody is trying to eat out your chairs so you can fall along and they can sit on top of theirs. But in the kingdom of God, my friends, you have to be a servant. And that is the greatest position given. And that's what Hanumanji represents, the humility of a bhakta. He is Mangala Murati Roop. He is Mangala Murati, the walking form of auspiciousness on this earth. We know, if you want to know what Satya look like, or Satya Narayan, you worship Satya Narayan. That is what truth looks like. You want to know the manifestation of power, you look at Durga. That's the manifestation of power. You want to know what beauty is manifested as? Mahalakshmi, Aishwarya Lakshmi. You want to know what music, sweetness of voice is personified as? Saraswati. So they all have a form. What is the form of devotion? The walking, living form of devotion. That is Hanumanji Maharaj. And so today we bow to that humble form of his, Mahabir Swami. And we sing the most popular song in the whole world, by the way. Let's not forget that. Tulsidas ji wrote this for Hanumanji, and Hanumanji rewarded him with a darshan of Shri Ram. Go to Chitrakoot. चित्रकूट के घाट पर बै संतन के भीड़, तुलसीदास चंदन किसे थिलक देख रघुवीर. Just like Hanumanji rewarded Tulsidas ji with the darshan of Sri Ram, it is my prayer that Bhagwan Hanumanji and this evening Panchamukhi Hanumanji reward all of you as well with the darshan of the Lord. What is the darshan of the Lord? A glimpse of hope. When you talk about darshan, remember I described darshan. Darshan is a one-on-one interaction with the Lord. God is hope. May Bhagwan appear in front of you as hope. May Bhagwan appear in front of you as strength. May Bhagwan appear in front of you as a solution to something. May the Lord appear in front of you as a bridge. You don't look around for Hanumanji with a tail. You see a monkey walking around all the time. Don't look around for Ram Bhagwan with the Dhanush and Arwambo and thing. You may never see that. but we see forms of God being manifested. Just like Bhagavan took Dasha avatar and came on this earth, He's sending sahasra avataras to us, my friends, in the form of hope and strength and all this kind of things, removal of fear, solutions. He's sending these forms of hope as God to us. Please let us not, feel that God is not there. Let us bow to this Hanumanji and ask that by his blessings, may we all see and have a vision of Sri Ram. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phal Chari Buddhiheen Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi हारहु कलेश विकार राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी है राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी ओ राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी है राम जी से राम जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस बिनु लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा ओ महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल हरे हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे पूज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुमन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महान विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता हरे राम लखन सीता मन बसिया राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी हे राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के ओ लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हरषि लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे यस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद ओ तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल प्रभु मोदिका में मुखमाही जल दिलांगी गए दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे हो जन आज्ञा बिन पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को हे आपन तेज समारो आप तीनों लोक हाकते भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी हे राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के हर तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के काल रघुवरपुर जाहि, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सिद्ध करहि, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत। ओ बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, जो कहीं
बंदी मार सुख हो, जो यहाँ करे हनुमान चालीसा, कोई सिद्धि साखी गौरी, तुलसीदास सदा हरि
की जय नाथ हृदय
महादेव।
ओ की जय नाथ हृदय महादेवा, की जय नाथ हृदय पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बजरंग बली भगवान की जय। This lover of Ramji, Hanuman ji Maharaj, he is now going to meet his Lord for the first time. He's always dreamed about meeting Sri Ram. I think you know the Ramcharitmanas version, where Ramji Bhagavan was in the forest roaming with Lakshmana. And what happened? They're going into the forest, and there was Hanumanji Maharaj and Sugriv in the hiding. They were strangers, they didn't know who these were. Tulsidas ji described one of them as dark and one as fair. Who are these do bhai? So Sugriva thought that his brother Bali had sent these two to spy on him, right? And when you see a spy, of course, you have to treat them like that. Hanumanji Maharaj, is one of his blessings is that he can disguise into any form than he wants, right? And so Sugriv says, Hanuman, look, you are going to go and see who these are, and you're going to, ask about their whereabouts and so on, and praise them and so on first, because, when you praise somebody, then all sorts of things come out of them. They change and they start to, expand and all that. So you praise them good, and when you do that, ask them who you are. So Hanumanji now goes and he sees Ram and Lakshman. He disguised himself as a Brahmana. Valmiki ji. Tataksha Hanuman vacha Lakshmana sumano gyaya Vinita buddha pagamya gavacho pranipatya chaha Avabhago chotodvire yathavat prayashascha Satbhusham vivitadbhire Hanuman Badarotamam Desham katamimam mapto Bhavante vakshyaniryasaha Trayasantu mrigaganan Parshayam cha vanacharinaha. Hanumanji goes to them and asks them in beautiful language, who are you charming two boys? Remarkable fortitude, glad in the bark of trees and possessing, sighing a charming completion of luster, sighing and causing discomfort to these creatures by your very presence. Wielding a pair of shining brightly like rainbows, how have you two heroic jewels among men visited this region? You who are endowed with the gaze of a lion. What? Telling Ram Bhagwan, you are engaged with the gaze of a lion, focused. A lion, when a lion looks at somebody, they pray. The gaze of a lion. You who are engaged with the gaze of a lion and are possessed of extraordinary might and prowess, are capable of destroying your foes with your looks alone. Who are you, distinguished by the noble gait of a bull, and arms resemble of proboscis of an elephant, who are worthy of sovereignty? Who are you two strong young men? Hanumanji spoke, but He didn't speak in English. Ramji is going to address that matter. He continues to shower praises. And how is he doing so? With clasped hands. Padma Patrekshano Varo. He describes their eyes now. Padma Patrekshano Varo Jata Mandal Charino Anyonya Sahasrayo Viro Devakoda Dihagato. You remember I always told you? What is that one part of the body that gives away everything? That one part of the body that gives away everything, that tells you your health, your feeling, your emotions. What is that one? The eyes. Although your faces are masked, it cannot hide whether you're smiling or whether you're grumpy. It cannot. Because your eyes tell the story of everything. Your eyes tell what of a day you had. Your eyes tell how much sleep you've had last night. There is no judging by the book here, my friends. Remember I told you last night? Don't worry about being judged. You just worry about how you're going to handle the judgment. Every day we are being judged. Your eyes tell the story. Your eye tells your emotion. Your eye tells your feeling. Right? You go to the doctor, they take one torchlight, they open your eye, and they put the torchlight inside. They're not opening it because, they can't see. But they want to see deep into the eyes. You remember somebody tell you, look into my eyes and tell me what you see. And the person look into your eyes and hopefully they don't see boo-boo. Look into my eyes and tell me what you see. I know a boo-boo, right? You guys know, I talk about boo-boo already. Good. So that story done. Aditya don't have to question me later on that. So look into my eyes and tell me what you see. That used to be a famous 80s, I think 90s kind of way of a boy and a girl. Look into my eyes and tell me what you see. And amazing. Girl says, I see nothing. Or I see boo-boo. Bhagwan Hanumanji looks into the eyes of Ramji and Lakshmana. Padma Patre Nayovaro Jata Mandala Dharini. Every part of our bodies tell a story. He looks into the eyes and he says, you fair one and you dark one, both of you, your Padma Patre, Padma Pakshe Varo, your eyes are like the Padma, the lotus flowers. Are bhai, that is Vishnu Bhagwan. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam. Loud, Lakshmi Kantam. Kamalanayanam. Kamalanayanam. Whose eyes are like the lotus. Whose eyes are like the lotus. Hanumanji looks into the eye of both of them and complimented them. Padma Patre Shano Varo Jata Mandala Dharinyo. You know Tulsidas ji, a scholar he was. Valmiki ji rather. He says, I look into your eyes and I see the beautiful lotus. I only see purity in your eyes. That is what the lotus means. And Jata Mandala Charino. Jadharino. You know how you comb your hair as well? Tells a whole lot about you. Bhai Maniram, except you. Except you. And one day, Sur, except me too. Because all of mine will go one day. All of yours gone. That is why I tell our young girls, my godchildren, don't look into a boy, hair and marry them based on the hair. Because one day, all will go. And don't look at the teeth, because one day they will all be fake. Right? Don't look at, we're searching for our soulmate. You don't look at the body mate. You understand? He says, the way we wear our hair tells a story. The way we wear our hair, and this is not being judgmental. You wear your hair how you want. That's nobody's business. But he says, Jata Mandala Dharani. You, who is Jata Mandala Dharani, who has the Jata on top of your head so neatly combed. He's not like Shiva, bundled up all together and capture Ganga there. Bhagwan Mahadev is a whole different thing, right? But he looks at Ram and says, you have a Jata, but it is so neatly combed. No? Remember those high school days when we were in primary school back home? Oh boy, the village boys will go to the school and their hair will be shining with coconut oil. So much coconut oil that the eyelash leak down on a hot day and the side like this. So I used to have side mang when I was little. And coconut oil, boy, that is my go-to, hair product. It keeps the hair so nice and thick and strong, right? So, nice and kept, he says, And he says, Anyo bhayastre viro devaloka gatyato. You both of you look like heroes, viros, you know. Vir means heroes. And he says, oh, yathachevam samaprapto chandra surya vasundharam vishalavakshalo viro manusho deva rupine. Your chests are so broad and strong. It is like you are warriors of the Kshatriyas clan. Chandra Surya. It is so broad and strong. Chandra Suryo Viryaham. It is like the sun and moon are resplending on them. And on your shoulders, Singhas Khando Mahasadho Samadaviv Govrisho Ayatascha Suntistasya Bahava Parigopama. Hanumanji in the form of the Brahman looks at Lakshman and Ramji and said, as your shoulders, they are of the lion's shoulder. Fearless, strong, gentle, but of a lion. Your bows, prakashete vayendrasya vajre deva mubhijate sampurnasya satire ranyos thunasya shubharshanaha. And your bows, he describes the bows. They are not just bows and arrows. They are missiles. Who are you cladded in this simple, gentle form as Kshatriyas walking here with your long arms and your handsome features? You cannot be who I think it is. Ramji and Lakshmanji looked at Hanuman and they looked at themselves as well. And in their minds, they're asking. You remember I told you, when you meet somebody, the first impression, the first thing you're going to say to them is going to tell who you are. I read this katha about a week ago with Arjun. Remember this katha? When Arjun saw the boar, Arjun says, his eyes doesn't look too well. And the way he walks, tells a story. Everything about us tells a story. The way you walk, and most importantly, the way you speak tells an important story. The minute you see someone, the way you speak tells a story, right? And so Ramanji and Lakshmanji, they heard these words of Hanumanji Maharaj, and now they say to him, they're going to respond to him. What are they going to say? They, of course, are going to identify themselves. Ramji, my friends, have always been that son. Wherever he go, wherever he went, when he met Valmiki Ji, the same man who wrote the Sanskrit Ramayana, even Valmiki Ji, says, you could have been in the palace, but now you're in the forest here. What are you doing here? What wrong have you done? He says, at the command of my father and by the permission of my mother, I have come to live in the forest as the king. I'm not dethroned. I'm the king in the forest. I'm the king of my father's hearts. I'm the king of my mother's hearts. My mother's heart. Ramji Bhagwan, he has never put his parents down. He's always been that son. Never put his parents down, my friends. What is he going to say now here? How is he going to identify himself? This tells us, hey, my friends, in the beautiful Tulsidas Valmiki Sanskrit Ramayana, about what he says now to Hanumanji Maharaj. Because how you speak to someone, that's how they're going to speak back to you. Please learn this. How you speak to someone, that's what you're going to get back in return. And be careful how you speak and who you speak to. Because, a person who has nothing to lose, you've got to be careful with them. That, don't tell them things because they don't care about who is around and who is not around. They're going to fire back at you and they're going to use words that are unpleasant, and then you're going to look for that. You're going to look for that. So, at all times, be gentle about everything else. Shri Ram kahe Hanumana. Beautiful bhajan before we look at that. Suno vachan kaho parmana. Very old bhajan. Suno vachan kaho parmana. Shri Ram kahe Hanumana. बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम तुम सीता खबर सुनाही, तुम सीता खबर सुनाई, मेरी मन की सोच मिटाई, मेरी मन की सोच मिटाई। तर आयु वर निधाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। सागर में सेतु बनाई, सागर में सेतु बनाई, सब लश्कर पार लगाई, सब लश्कर पार लगाई। किया लंकापुरी में थाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम लक्ष्मण की जान बचाई, लक्ष्मण की जान बचाई, सब राक्षस से न गिराई, सब राक्षस से न गिराई। रावण दश शीश उड़ाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो। हे श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम मम काम किया बर भागी, मम काम किया बर पर भागी, तुम जियो वर्ष हजारी, तुम जियो वर्ष हजारी, ब्रह्मानंद भोग सुख नाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो Hanuman ji has always brought pleasantness to everyone who he came in contact with, even to those who were vile, even to those who were opposing his mission. He brought salvation to them. Ramji Bhagwan comes in his form. Hanumanji is disguised as a Brahman. Hanumanji gave him praises and identify him. He didn't say, your eyes are big, your hand too long, or your belly too big. No. He gave him the words that were complimentary, and that is the Lord. That is the Lord. When Ramji Bhagwan heard the words of Hanumanji, but more so how he said it, Ramji Bhagwan was moved. Ramji Bhagwan knew that this is no Brahmana speaking to me here. There's no ordinary man speaking to me here. So Ramji says to Hanumanji Maharaj, he clasped his hands, very importantly. Tanbhyamascha saumitre sugriva vachivam kapim vakyajam madhure vakye snehayuktam maredmamaham. Bhagwan Sri Ram, he says, O good one, without even going into the meaning of what you have said, your words are so soft and it's so gentle that it brings calmness to my mind. When someone speaks with you, they can either bring you lots of discomfort or they can bring you lots of calmness and peace. Right? Sometimes no matter what is going on in your life, there is that one person that you talk to, and then everything, they tell you 2-3 lines and everything just, no matter, the problem is still there, but you just feel so mellow and light and happy because you heard the way they arrange the words and they give it to you. And at least if it's that few moments that you are relieved of pressure and pain, then it's a few moments that you are relieved of it. Ramji Bhagwan says, the way you spoke to me, hey Brahman, brought me so much of joy. But I have a few questions for you. Na nriga vedan vititasya, na yujyajurveda nadharina, na samaveda vidusha shakya, mepam viphaye shutam. Na nriga veda niditasya. I have a few questions for you. The way you spoke to me, O great one, O simple one, the Riga Vedas are not written in this way. The Yajur Veda, you seem to be learned in all the Vedas. Na Sama Veda Vinushchita, you are not devoid of all the Veda, of any of the Vedas. You are not devoid of language. You're not devoid of knowledge. Nyunam Vakaranam Kritsnam Etanena Bahushrutam Bahuvya Haratena Nakischitya Nasansitam. Valmiki ji, the Sanskrit man here, the poet, he wrote, Nyunam Vyakaranam Kritsnam. Vyakaran means the grammar. He said, Ramji, look at the Brahman and says, Brahman, you spoke to me in a language that is pure with proper grammar. With proper grammar. In a language that is pure. He didn't mention the language here, but he says in a language that is pure. There is only one language in this whole world that is pure. Does anybody know what the language is? Does anyone know what the language is? The only language in this world that is pure. Please don't say English. There is no sense to this language called English. There is no sense to it at all. Please tell me which language is the only language that is pure in this world. Sanskrit. Sanskrit means pure. You know why it is pure? There is only one way to spell something. There is only one way to say something. And the grammar in Sanskrit is the purest in the world. And in addition to that, the language itself, when it is sung, when it is recited in a certain way, you don't need to know the meaning. The sound of Sanskrit alone, unlike many other, the sound is very nurturing. The sound of Sanskrit is very uplifting. That is why Sanskrit is called Veda Bhasha. Veda Bhasha, it means the language of the Vedas. Deva Bhasha, it is called the language of the Devas. Right? I have often been very critical, and I am known to be very gentle, but I am often very critical as well where my dharma is concerned. When I hear a bhajan song in an English way, with English verses, it turns me off right away. I just lose it, I'm telling you. People who are close to me, they know that. I can't function when I hear that thing. Especially if I'm conducting a puja and there goes a bhajan in English. Like, thank God I'm wearing mask these days. I need to walk with a sunshade now so that my eyes are hidden. My face is hidden, but my eyes need to be hidden. Because it just like something is under my skin when that happens. When a bhajan is sung in English, it doesn't go, it doesn't fit. This is not the language. English songs are made to be sung in a certain place and a certain time. To be honest with you, half of the English songs that are sung, I don't understand what they're saying. And they're saying English. You ask my children and my wife too. I don't understand half of the thing they're saying. It doesn't mean that they're wrong, because most of the children can actually sing these songs verbatim, word by word, with the pauses and everything. I can't. And then we have the stotrams. Right? As a pandit, I don't think I'm old, but I think I'm mature enough to help younger pandits, which I've done a lot of times. In many, many cases, I still do it now. When pandits are chanting shlokas in English, it is not acceptable. The first thing you have to do as a priest is to learn the language. You got to learn the language. You can't get away without learning. You can only just sugarcoat this thing by singing so many bhajans and dholak playing and all this kind of thing. But when you get into the core of the priesthood, when you sit among giants, when you go to places where giants are sitting, and you have to chant, and you have to intonate, and you have to pause, and you don't know what to do, you look like a fool. I'm using these strong words to tell you about the importance of this language. Sanskrit is the only pure language. It is Deva Bhasha, it is Veda Bhasha. The Vedas are not written in English, they are not written in any other language, they are written in Sanskrit for a reason, because this is how we communicate with the Lord. Right? You don't need to know the meaning when you're trying to communicate to God. When these children sang, when they sing so many beautiful shlokas in Sanskrit, right? So many in Sanskrit chanting they're singing. So many different rhythms. When they sang for Guru Purnima, oh my, bhaje vraje kamandalam samasta papa kandalam. I was floating in ecstasy because it was so enjoyable. Many people who were here enjoyed it. You don't need to know the meaning, but the language purifies your ears. And what goes through the ears and they're sung well, it means everything is going to be all right. Hanumanji Maharaj spoke in the pure language. Ramji says to him, you spoke to me in the pure language. You spoke to me like Nandriga Vedan Vidinasya Nanyajur Veda Charanim Nan Sama Veda Vinur Shakyam Pepam Vibhagya Pitum. You spoke to me like you are learned. You reflect learning of the Rigveda, Samveda, Yajurveda, and the Atharva Veda. Don't disguise yourself. You are not this ordinary man that you say you are. You are something and someone greater than that. And more so, Naina mukho netrayekshapi lalache cha brahmo satah agneyapi cha sarveshu dupa samvitetanayataham. Your facial expression as you were speaking with me, there was no tweaking, there was no twitching in the eyes, there was no facial, when somebody's speaking with you, there are experts doing these days. They have experts which they go in the court when trials are happening, and you see all these things. They look at a witness, and depending on how they make their face and their eyes and all this kind of thing, that tells whether they're telling the truth or they're fabricating something. Bhagwan Ram says, your facial expression was perfect. You smiled, your eye did not twitch. And from the heart you spoke with me as you asked me these questions. Sanskar skramasthambastyam sutama biti lamyatam. You spoke like a sanskari. You know what is a sanskari? Sanskari is a child or a person who have gone through the sanskars, but who just didn't take Namkaran sanskar, Anprashan sanskar, Garbhadan sanskar, Chudakan sanskar, Janeu sanskar, Vivah sanskar. It's not like you just go through the process for a formality. A sanskari is someone who is a result of all those processes. A result of all those processes, right? Just like roti doesn't just appear in your plate like that, I know all about that. I don't cook it, but I see how it's cooked. It has to go through a process. Whatever process it is, I don't know what it is, but whatever the process, it has to go through that. I know how to make pizza though. Now I surprise you. And I make great pizza. Because in my last virtual Christmas party, they had an Italian guy came, and we had a breakout session, and I chose, they had one session called mixology. So I says, boy, what am I going to mix? Charnamrit? I know how to mix that very nice, but I can't mix that there. So I chose to go to make pizza. And it was so fascinating to see the process. When you eat a pizza sometime, and after you eat it just upset your stomach, it means that the pizza was made, but the flour was not left overnight, minimum 24 hours to ferment. So if you bake it right away, put it right away, and you eat it, it just swells in your stomach. And when it swells in your stomach, then you go, oh, my mama, I food proper heavy. Eat down, right? I food proper heavy, mama, you suffer from something. That is when its fermentation is happening inside of you instead of happening outside. So I know very well. And when I make pizza, I impress my family very well. And if they're impressed with that, then at least I know to do one thing properly. Before time, I used to boil water and burn on the kitchen, but now I can make pizza. Right? But it has to go through a process. And then when you go through that processing, the end product, a sanskari person is who go through the process. When a child is born, we name the child. You karnaved, you pierce the ears of the child. Then you give namkaran sanskar, you give the name to the child, and so on and so forth. Then the child is a product of sanskars, a result of a lot of preparation that has happened. And there you have a product that is beautiful, that is worthy of life. Not someone who just took birth and just is living because, they're living. No. It's someone who is a result. Bhagwan Sri Ram says, who are you? Sanskar kamanasyasya. You are a product of a sanskari. I don't know who you are, but whoever you are far beyond. There is no fault of expression that was noticed anywhere in your face or in your eyes, nor again in your forehead. Sometimes when we speak, we got to crimp the forehead, and then it tells if you're trying to say something or if you're trying to remember something. And then the one that beats me all, when somebody tells you something and you want to hear properly, guess what you do? You take out your spectacle and you say again, let me hear. As though you're listening with your spectacles off. You know what that means though, right? That's a body language. You know what that means? If somebody tell you something and say, okay, what? Say, tell me again. You take out your spectacle. It means that you have given up listening and you have given up seeing and you're giving all the attention to hearing. It's a body language. They teach you that at work as well. Take out your spectacle as though you're going to hear more. Taking out your spectacle means you're going to hear more. Well, in some cases it does, because if you take a spectacle, you can't see properly, so you got here, right? You got here. So, Bhagwan Ram says, no fault was noticed when you spoke with me, your eyes, nor again in his forehead, nor in his other limbs. The speech emanating from his bosom, from his heart, articulated with love. It's marked by the absence of prolixity. Oh, he used a lot of big words here. A grating impression on one's ears. Oh, you spoke with such dynamism. Who are you? Who are you, Lord one? Who are you, one that is so polite? You are no Brahmin, ordinary Brahmin. You are beyond that. Reveal yourself to me, reveal yourself to me, reveal yourself to me. Oh, we have to learn this, that when we present ourselves to somebody, we must speak proper grammar. You know, if you speak Guyanese, speak proper broken Guyanese, right? Proper broke up Guyanese. Because when you mix Guyanese with English, then you have Ginglish. If you speak English, but speak well, speak nice, speak soft words, speak gentle words, right? When Ramji noticed this, he says, show me who you are, because you are not an ordinary man. Hanumanji heard this, and Hanumanji was touched there. Hanumanji bowed to his master's feet. And just like when the coconut, you hold the coconut, and from the air you take it and you put it on the ground hard like this, and it cracks open, and there you see the purity of the inside of the coconut. Hanumanji takes his head and he places it at the feet of Sri Ram, and as his head touched the feet of Sri Ram, his form was discarded. His disguise was discarded, and the real Hanuman emerged. Boliye Pawan Sutta Hanuman ki jai ho. The real Hanumanji emerged with so much happiness, with so much joy, that his Lord looked beyond the external features and saw that inside of him was something much more greater. And then he clasped his hands and he says, Prabhu, aap hai hamare Ram. You are the Ram who I have been craving for in my whole life. Now that I have seen you, Prabhu. Tulsidas ji says, Ek main mand moh bas kutil hriday gyan. This is the other Ramayana now. Ek main mand moh bas kutil hriday gyan. Puni Prabhu more bisare hu deen bandhu Bhagwan. Ek main mand moh bas. Hanumanji says, Ramji, in the first place, I am dull-witted. In the first place, I am dull-witted. Mind you, this is the same Hanuman that we say, Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, who has an ocean of knowledge. Not a teaspoon, not a river, not a trench of knowledge, not a reservoir of knowledge, but an ocean of knowledge, infinite, cannot be measured. He stands up in front of Ramji Bhagwan and says, Ek main mand moh bas kutil hriday agyan. Prabhu, I am dull-witted by heart, and I know right from wrong. Puni Prabhu mohe bisare hu deen bandhu Bhagwan. And second, Prabhu, you know, although I'm dull-witted, you fail to recognize me. You fail to recognize me. What does that mean? You fail to recognize me. Does that mean that Ramji has seen Hanumanji before, and now he's seeing him for the second time, what the book says first? Seeing him for the second time, and he didn't recognize him? That's precisely what it meant. When Bhagwan Ram was born, as we say, he appeared. Aaj Ayodhya ki galiyon mein Nache jogi matwala. When Ramji was born, my friends, it takes me to a beautiful katha. Aaj Ayodhya ki galiyon mein. All the mothers out there and fathers, please know that when your child is born, when a child is born, the first thing that happens, Shankar Bhagwan comes and visit that child. Bhagwan Sri Shankar, the Devis will come and visit that child. And what happened? Vishnu Bhagwan came as Ram. Shankar Bhagwan now has to go see him, right? So he shows up at the doors of Raja Dashrath. He shows up at the doors of Raja Dashrath and Kaushilya. And what's going to happen? He wants to see the baby. This is before, right? आज अयोध्या की गलियों में नाचे जोगी मतवाला, अलख निरंजन खरा पुकारे, देखूंगा दशरथ लाला। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओ शैली श्रृंगी लिए हाथ में और धमरू त्रिशूल लिए, शैली श्रृंगी लिए हाथ में और डमरू त्रिशूल लिए, चमक चमा छम नाचे जोगी, दर्शन के मन में सोहे। चमक छमा छम नाचे जोगी, दर्शन की मन में जे सोहे। पग में घुंघरू चम चम बाजे, कर में जपते हैं माला। पग में घुंघरू छम छम बाजे, कर में जपते हैं माला। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। उमापति महादेव की जय हो। अंग बभूति रमाये जोगी, बागंबर तत् पे सो है। अंग बभूति रमाये जोगी, बाघंबर तत् पे सो है। जटा जूट में गंग विराजे, भक्त जनों के मन मोहे। जटा जूट में गंग विराजे, भक्त जनों के मन मोहे। मस्तक पे श्री चंद्र विराजे, गल में सरपण की माला। मस्तक में चंद्र विराजे, गल में सरपण की माला। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। शंभो। हे मात कौशल्या द्वार पे आई, अपने लाल को गोद लिए। मात कौशल्या द्वार में आई, अपने लाद को गोद लिए। अत विभोर हो शिव योगी ने, बाल रूप में दर्श किए। अत विभोर हो शिव योगी ने, बाल रूप में दर्श किए। चल है स्मृत राम राम को, कैलाशी काशी वाला। चलते हैं सुमिरो राम राम को, कैलाशी काशी वाला। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। बम भोले। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय,
हरि ओम नमः
शंभो। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओ हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय, हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। When Ramji Bhagwan was born, the same Ram that is talking to Hanumanji when he was born. Bhagwan Shivji showed up at the door of Raja Dashrath and Kaushalya, but he couldn't show up as with snakes and Trishul, and so they would chase him. You can't go like that to see a baby. So he dressed up. अरे आये अयोध्या की गलियों में नाचे जोगी मतवाला. He did the same for Krishna as well. He dressed up as a yogi. अलक निरंजन खरा पुकारे देखे दशरथ का लाला. He knocked on the door and he says, I want to see Dashrath ka lala. When they open the door, they see a disguised yogi. You know, yogis, he wrap up with the cloth and thing, but his face is white. And his hands, Anga Babhuti Ramaye Jogi Baghambar Tat Peso hai. His hands are so white with bhasma. And they say his hair is wrapped up with something, but there's something poking out, trying to come out. That's the Naga, the snake, trying to come out. You can't hide your identity no matter how you dress. No matter what you put on, your true self will be reflected through your character. Always learn this. Always learn this. No matter what you wear and try to disguise, your true self cannot be hidden. No? Rajdwar pe khara hua hai, jata jut mein Ganga biraje, bhakt jano ke man mohe. Ma Kaushalya came out and saw this yogi. He said, Kya hua bhai? What do you want, yogi? He says, I want to see your son. And then the Jata Jut, the Ganga started to pour out. He truly wrap it up back quickly. He says, I want to see your son. I come to bless him. Mata Kaushalya says, my baby's just born. You want to see him? And she's a bit suspicious the way he's dressed. You know, all this ash on his body, and something is trying to poke out on top, and he's trying to knot it back. She went in, locked the door. He knocked again. Rajdwar par kara pukare bolat hai madhuri vani. He knocked again, and he spoke in the most madhuri vani, the most sweetest voice you can come up with. You know, he says, okay, forget about the form. He says, Raja Dashrath ma Kaushalya madhuri vani apne Ram ko dikha de maiya. Please show me my Ram. Please show me my Ram. Yogi ne man mein thani. That is going to quench the thirst of my mind if I see your son Ram. It's going to quench the thirst of my mind. How do you quench the thirst when you're thirsty? You drink water. Akhiya hai pyasi. When the eyes goes thirsty, how do you quench the thirst of the eyes? You know, new movie come out. All them children hearing what new movie come out. They're so anxious. When are we going to see it? Dad, is it available on Disney Plus? Is it available next? Oh, is it going to come out on big screen? Their minds are not going to go at ease. Their eyes are going to be so thirsty until they see the movie. Just like that, Mahadev Bhagwan. Akhiya hai pyasi jogi ne manamat. His mind is thirsty, and he says, Mata, apne Ram ko dikha de maiya. Show me this Ram. And when you do, it's going to quench my thirst. Ram hata do pardan ma dekhunga tumhare lala. Nobody bothered with him. Nobody bothered with him. And what happened? The baby started to cry. He picked up his mala now. And pag mein ghunguru cham cham baje. He had ghunguru on his feet. Remember Nataraja? Dance, Lord of Dance. Ghunguru baje. He started to dance. Pag mein ghunguru cham cham bare. Kar mein japte hai la mala. And he picked up his mala now. And you know, he started to dance now. And you don't want Shivji to start dancing when he's anxious. He's going to destroy. So he picked up his mala. Japati mala. Ram, 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 Ram. He went under a tree. Ram, Ram. The baby started to cry. And the saints told Mata that this baby will not stop crying until that yogi comes and see him. They all went and meet him now. Mata Kaushalya dware pe aaye. She ran to the door and she said, Jogi, please come and see my baby. And he's sitting like this now under the tree. Ram, Ram, Ram. Mujhe time nahi hai mere paas. I don't have time now. Ram, 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 Ram. He's chanting Ram's name. He's playing hard to get. Bhagwan Shankar. Ram, 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 Ram. And what happens, my friend? Atabi bhor ho shivani yogi ne bal roop ko darsh kiye. But how long is he going to play that tantrum? He has to go see his Ram. And he went, my friend. Chal hai sumirat Ram naam ko Kailashi ka shivala. Chahile sumirat Ram naam ko. he chanted Ram's name and he went to see Bhagwan Ram as the baby. And when he saw Bhagwan Ram as a baby, Kailashi Kashi Wala, the Lord of Kailash Mahadev, that is why he is he's the beat of every heart in this person, in this world, my friends, sits as the master, yet he disguises to go see Ramji Bhagwan as a baby. When he saw Ramji, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Bolo Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Oh Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. He starts to sing Ramji's name. Tears rushed down. Aankhon mein aasu. He became so happy. And after that, he blessed everybody and he left. When he went though, he was tagging on with him was a little monkey. Going with him was a little monkey accompanying him. Every yogi has monkeys around them all the time. Every yogi, Bhagwan Shivji, that was the introduction, my friends, of Hanumanji to Ramji Bhagwan. When he was a baby. When he was a baby. That is why Hanumanji now looks at Ram and says, Prabhu, no, that ekmay mand moh bas kutil har gaye agyan puri mohi bisare ho deen bandhu Bhagwan. Bhagwan, have you forgotten about me? Forgotten means that you know me once, but have you forgotten about me? You don't remember me anymore. It was not their first meeting, if you dig deep into it. Ramji Bhagwan, this meeting of Ram and Hanumanji says a lot in our, this is the climax to some point of Valmiki Ramayana in Kiskindakand. My friends, the highest point where the two of them met, the Lord and his greatest disciple. Please remember when you meet someone, my friends, remember these things, how you speak to someone, very importantly. The way you speak to someone is the way they're going to respond to you. You are susceptible to that. If you don't speak to them properly, the chances are you're not going to get a good response back. There's a lot of kind people in this world who don't care about the way you speak to them, right? For me, I told you already, I don't care if the nurse nag at me or she smile at me and she give me the injection. As long as I get the injection, that's what matters, right? For me, that doesn't matter. But I think we have to learn from this. He spoke with respect. He complimented. When you see someone, compliment the way they dress. There's nothing wrong with that. Not all of us are Christmas tree, but you can compliment something that somebody wears. Compliment somebody's shawl. I wear a nice shawl today. It's a nice cotton silk shawl. Very nice. So I'm sure you're going to tell me about that later. Compliment people. I like your scarf. I like your shawl. You look so elegant. There's nothing wrong in doing those things. Today is with all this thing going around, I'll be careful to it, how you talk to people. Anyways, but be nice to people, but speak with intelligence, speak with simplicity, dress properly. The way Hanumanji addressed Ram Bhagwan when he combed his hair. He had matted hair, but it was so nicely put together. The way how he carried himself, simple, but so very elegant, was Ramji Bhagwan. This is the meeting, my friends, and how Ramji Bhagwan identified him. Now, what is the Panchamukhi? In 2 minutes, I'll tell you the Panchamukhi Hanumanji. Remember, so they met now, and Hanumanji became the greatest servant of Sri Ram. The greatest servant of Sri Ram. And what happened after that? After he became the greatest servant of Sri Ram, then many things have to happen. He has to serve the Lord. Once Lord Rama and Lakshman was captured by Ahiravan. And the son of Ravan. So what happens? Ahiravan, he lives in Patal, in the dungeons, the last level. So below. So Ram and Lakshman was sitting on the earth, and he, came through the earth and grabbed them, stole Ram and Lakshman, and took him deep through the levels of hell and placed them there in prison. The Lord is imprisoned. No one was happy as Ahiravan because he has the greatest force on this earth as a prisoner. But Hanumanji has to go and rescue him. So Hanumanji went down as well. Imagine the devotee has to go rescue God. What kind of situation is this? And still, Hanumanji sits so humble. So when he went there, Ahiravan, he had 5 lights or 5 lamps, right, around them, including one up rather. So 4 around and 1 up. And the only way to let Ramji Bhagwan and Hanumanji escape, for the gate to open, is to put all these 5 lamps out. But they have to be put out at the same time. You can't go and then no, not like that. It has to be put out the same time. So Hanumanji goes now. He's going for this challenge. He sees the 5 lamps. By the way, who does he meet? He meets Makardwaj. Makardwaj is the son of Hanumanji. I've told you this many times. So Makardwaj looks just is a picture of Hanumanji. Hanumanji meets Makardwaj, says, "Who are you?" Makardwaj says, "Who am I? Who are you?" Hanumanji says, "Oh boy, another one I meet again." So then Makardwaj, now the son of Hanumanji, says, "Don't you know who I am? I am the son of the mighty Hanuman, Ram Bhakta. I am the only son of Hanumanji. I have his powers, I have his siddhis, I have his nidhis. I can fly, I can lift mountains, I can do all of these things, I can expand." As Hanumanji said, "Come, I know all what you talk about. What's your purpose here?" Like, you're telling the son is lecturing to the father. He don't know nothing though. It's like Hanumanji I've been there, done that. Okay, tell me what you want. So Makardwaj says, "Well, I'm the son of Hanumanji." Hanumanji said, "You told me that already. Can you move on?" So, "Well, I am the guard of the gates here." He said, "Okay, so how do I get through?" He said, you have to conquer me. But you cannot conquer me because I'm the son of Hanuman." Hanumanji says, "Again, you tell me that. You told me that already. Just let's get on." And what Hanumanji did, so powerful Makardwaj, Hanumanji just hold him, tie him up, so then a little rope and chain, put him a kana, and Makardwaj is trying to run. Hanumanji says, "Hey, I am your daddy, Hanuman." Makardwaj says, "Father?" Now, if he is as powerful as Hanuman and as mighty as Hanuman, why did Hanumanji tie him up and he didn't break it out? Because he can become as small as a fly and just escape. When he hears that this is his father, Hanuman, he said, "Pitashri, oh, I have finally found you." And he bowed to the feet of his father, Hanumanji Maharaj, and he says, "Out of respect, I will not break these chains that you have put me in. Out of respect for you, my father, because if I break them, I'm going to disrespect you." Hanumanji blessed Makardwaj. Makardwaj that's why there's a saying in our scriptures that if you go to heaven or hell, you're meeting God. If you go to heaven, you're meeting Bhagwan, but if you go to hell, you're meeting Makardwaj because he's the guard. Right? That's why when we do Hanuman Jandi, I've told you this 1,000 times maybe, you stick 2 flags, one for Hanumanji and one for Makardwaj. Hanumanji, give him a blessing that, "My son, this and this happened, this is how you were born and all that, but when my puja is done, a flag, your name will be, you will stand beside me equal." One time I went to a place called Mara in Guyana. That's past Edinburgh, 2 hours past Edinburgh over in the Amsterdam side. Anybody ever hear about Mara here? You never hear about Mara? Oh, it is, you hear about Mara? Mara is like the country of, it's like a jungle. But it's the they don't get electricity and all this kind of thing there in Mara. My sister was married in Mara. So when I was little, I used to go to puja in Mara. You have to go in Amsterdam, you have to take a tractor, and the tractor will drive you down about 3 hours into Mara. The place is a jungle, but it's so blessed, it's so pure, it is so nice, fresh water flowing, not too much electricity. They have bits of it there. I can't even remember. But there I went, I was little, I think I was 16 or so, I went to do puja, and the people there are particular, so they're sticking 2 flags for Hanumanji, and for some reason when they put down one, I was helping them, whatever, because that's what I like to do. And then one flag was higher than the other flag. They said, Panditji, wrong. He said, what story this? He said, no, both flags have to be equal because of Hanumanji and his son, Makkadwaj. So those are little things that people have, and they live by, little nitis that they have in the traditions and things. You respect that. It doesn't mean a lot to me because I'm a different beast. But you have to respect those kind of things. So that is how, when he goes now, he type his son, he goes in. What is he going to do now? He only has one mouth, and he has to have 5 to blow all this fire out at the same time. So what does he call upon? Who does he call upon? He called upon the 4 most ferocious, mighty forms of animals in our scripture. He calls upon Hayagriva, 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 Hayagriva Narayana, Hayagriva, Hayagriva, Hayagriva Madhusudana. He calls upon Hayagriv. The first face he called upon is Hayagriv, which is the horse face of Bhagwan Vishnu. There is a beautiful story in the Devi Bhagavad about how he got his horse face. Right? He called upon Hayagriva Bhagwan, the horse face form of Lord Vishnu. Who does he call upon? Narsimha Bhagavan ki Jai. He calls upon Narsimha Bhagwan. The second form is the lion form. The lion face of Bhagwan Vishnu. Right? Narasimha Bhagwan, one of my favorite avatar. Then he calls upon Garuda Dwaja, Utishta Tishta Govinda, Utishta Garuda Dwaja. He calls upon Garuda, the face of the eagle. Garuda is the vulture or the big eagle that is the chariot of Bhagwan Vishnu. And last, he called upon Vartali Vartali Varaha Varahi Vartali Vartali Varahi Varahi Vartali Vartali Varahi Varahi Vartali Vartali Varahi Varahi. In the Sri Vidya tradition, we worship what we call Varaha and Varahi. Varaha is the boar avatar of the Lord. Right? It's not a pig, it's a boar avatar. Vartali, Vartali, he called upon Bhagwan Vishnu in the form of Varaha. In the Sri Vidya tradition, there's Varahi. There's a mantra we teach in Sri Vidya. Vartali, Vartali, Varahi, Varahi, Vartali, Vartali, Varahi. You pray to just like you have Durga, you have a form of Durga, but instead of the face of Durga, she's a horse face. Not horse, boar face. That's called Varahi. And then you have Varaha, which is the boar form of the Lord. He calls upon Varaha. Varahi is such a powerful form of Sri Vidya tradition. You know, sometime when I can and when people are motivated, we will, teach you Sri Vidya things, but it's a lifestyle. It is not something you can just learn and go back to life like that. You can't be a Sri Vidya practitioner and do, it's a lifestyle, right? Varahi Devi, Vartali, Vartali, which means she sharpens your speech. She sharpens your speech, Varahi Devi. Varahi Devi is worshipped on Varaha when there are disputes on land, like people have assets dispute, Picnia fight for property, this one fight for peace land, that one fight for gate, that one fight for pale and stave, Vartali, Vartali, Varahi, Varaha is worshipped for that. Varahi is to sharpen the speech. Right? Beautiful, beautiful. Our dharma has so many things to depend upon. No need to go anywhere else. He calls upon Varaha Bhagwan. And then, so the 4 animal face, right? Hayagriva, 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 Narayana. He calls on Narasimha. He calls on Garuda. And he calls on Varaha. And then the 5th animal face is who? Who is the 5th animal face? Hanumanji. Guys, don't forget, he is Banar. And my friends, in the 4 directions plus above, the 4 faces, all of them came out of Hanumanji like this, my friends. And they put the lamps out at the same time. This is an extremely powerful form of Hanumanji Maharaj. Time yet? Or way past time? Anyways. This is a very powerful form of Hanumanji called Panchamukhi Hanumanji. Panchamukhi means 5 mouth or 5 face Hanumanji. You can see them there. Today we are so blessed to consecrate 11 of these murtis, which 11 lovely families will take home. They're consecrated. We've read the mantras. They're there sitting on Bhagwan Shankar, and you get to take them home today for a minuscule donation to the temple. My friends, what does this mean? It means we are embracing these 5 energies in our life to put out all forms of darknesses, to open up the prisons of life. We are all prisoners in some way. We have imprisoned ourselves. We are prisoners, right? We are the prison and we are the prisoner. Worshipping Hanumanji in Panchamukhi, it opens up the prisons of life. You become free. You have the accessibility of Hanumanji at all times. And then is when you've probably seen a picture with Hanumanji and Ram and Lakshman sitting on his shoulders. I don't know if you've ever seen that. He placed them in his shoulders and he flew back from Patal to the upper levels of earth, heaven. Bol Panchamukhi Hanuman ki jai. And so, my friends, this is the beautiful form of Panchamukhi and a little katha this evening of Hanumanji Maharaj. I hope that you take Hanumanji as, your Lord. I hope you embrace him every day. Without fail, without break, my Guruji says, without fail, you have to pray to him every single day. So do that, my friends, and ask him to be in your life. Let us clasp our hands. We'll do 2 things. A prayer to the 5 mukhis to bring the prayer and the life into them. And then we do our chanting of Om Namah Shivaya. We're a little over time, but that's okay. It is, it's not Saturday night, but it's Tuesday night. So we will do a little dhyanam now. Please clasp your hands. Garud Uvacha. Atha dhyanam pravakshani. This is prayer to the Panchamukhi Hanumanji. Whatever prisons are in your life, my friends, if you are living in a prison, be it your job, be it your home, be it you, let the Panchamukhi Hanuman free you. Let your mind be free. May you have positive speech at all times. Speak freely, but speak wisely at all times. Atha dhyanam pravakshyami Shruno sarvanga sundari Yat kritam deva devena Dhyanam panchamukha priyam Panchavakram mahabhimam Tripanchanyanera Bahurbhidhasya bhigyuktam Sarvakamat siddhayet Purvam tu vanaram vakram Koti surya samaprabham Dantastrakarabhanam Bhrukuti kutilekshanam Asyaiva dakshinam vakram Narasingham mahadbhutim Paschimam garudam vakram Vakratunda mahabala Sarvanaga prashamanam Vishabhutadikruntanam Uttaram saukaram vakram Krishnam deepam namophanam Patala singha vetala Jwara samhodrontakam Urdhvam hyananam ghoram Danavantarakam param Yena vakrena viprendra Tarakakhyam mahasuram Jaghana sharanam tasyat sarva Shatruharanam param Gyatva panchamukho rudram Hanumantam dayanidhim Kham gham trishula khargangam Pashamangasha shurpakarnakam Mushkim kaumodakim vrikshim Dharyantam kamandalam Ichi Panchamukhi Hanuman Kavachah Boliye Panchamukhi Hanuman ki jai. And here it tells you the directions of them and what they do. May Panchamukhi Hanuman bless all of you who have come here this evening, and those of you who are watching as well on Facebook and YouTube. Bhagwan's blessings to all of you. I want to, before we go quickly to all our Om Namah Shivaya, to acknowledge this evening our sponsors. May Bhagwan Hanumanji's blessings be with Mataji Jaya Ramdas. And we sang Hanumanji Chalisa for her earlier. We send the energies of Bhagwan Panchamukhi Hanuman to her for healing and for wellness. Mark, Roshni, and Devesh Singh. So Mark and Roshni have a son. Congratulate both of them. And yes, and the son's name is Devesh. We want to seek the blessings of Panchamukhi Hanuman on both of them and also their son. May he grow to be strong, healthy, valorous, and disciplined. Happy birthday to Jim Ramprasad. Today is Jim's birthday, that is by Kamo's brother, and we want to wish you a happy blessed birthday on this very auspicious month of Shravan, and hope that Hanumanji Maharaj always bless and inspire you with great health and all the beautiful things. Also, happy birthday to, Maheshwari from Pam from Winnipeg, in memory of Jagat Ramprasad. In memory of Jagat Ramprasad and Prakash Mulchan, from your wife, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and family. And they have always supported our program here. They have always supported our program on Shanti Satsang, and we wish the family the best in memory of their loved ones today. Bhagwan Bholinath's blessings to all of you. Happy birthday to Rohini. Happy 22nd birthday to Rohini. Wishing you God's divine blessings as you celebrate another year. We thank you, Lord, from Uday and Mahendra and family, and wishing Rohini happy 22nd birthday. Bhagwan's blessings. Also dedicated to Bhagwantia Raj Bahadur, wishing our mom Bhagwantia Raj Bahadur a speedy recovery, keeping you in our prayers. Bhagwan Shiva and Hanumanji's blessings. Oh no, this is the mother we sang Hanumanji Chalisa for earlier. Vidya Basiram, who comes to our temple. Her mother is not so well. So we wish you well, Mataji, from your husband Eric, your daughters Vidya, Indira, and Nadira, your grandchildren, and all your loved ones. We love you very much. And we send Hanumanji's speedy recovery blessings to her as well. Let us now do Om Namah Shivaya, everyone. And then we'll do Arti afterwards. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Bole Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. Those who have prasad, please bring it up now. This should take about 5 minutes or so, and then afterwards we'll do Aarti, everyone. Bhajan, please, while we do this.
राम नाम की ओढ़ी चुनरिया, 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 तज आए वे सारी दुनिया, हे व्रज चंदन देवकी नंदन, हे व्रज चंदन देवकी नंदन।
Just wanted to provide you an update as well. Tomorrow, we're calling up and confirming all the attendees for our wedding on Saturday. And please, if you have booked it and you cannot come, you must let us know so that we can reserve that seat for someone else. So Thursday, we'll provide you like the final number that is confirmed. And if there's any, then of course you're allowed to come. It's limited space, but we're doing our best to accommodate everyone. I'm glad to tell you that, one of the volunteers and a close member of our temple don't come often, but always listen to our program and volunteers in so many ways. When I made the announcement last night that we have this humongous project of about $150,000 to pave the parking lot, plant new trees, making the shed at the back there, and a whole bunch of things. They reached out to me and asked me how much it would cost to plant the trees. And I said $3,500 for the trees in order to complete the landscaping. And I'm happy to tell you that a devotee has sponsored $3,500 for the trees. So, Bhagwan Bholenath's blessings to the family, and we acknowledge your love and your donation and your commitment to the temple. We still have a lot of work to do in the temple. This is Bhagwan's work, this is his home, and we are all servants of the Lord. So for the wedding coming up on Saturday, I'm kindly asking that you become a sponsor. I would like to read out the sponsors list that day and to say that all these people contributed, not the amount obviously, but your name, that you have responded to our call to bring a gift or to make a donation in the Lord's name. If you so wish to do so, please hop on to our website. You know how to make a donation there. And when you make the donation, please put a note that this is for the wedding of Shiva and Parvati, and we will acknowledge it. In the process, if you don't follow that process, we miss the names, but it is always my desire to acknowledge those who make that donation. Or you could do it as a virtual sponsor that day, Sita is telling me, which is a great idea. If you're a virtual sponsor that day, you could simply be a virtual sponsor, and we acknowledge you that day as well. But I'd like to do that. I really would like to do that and make it a worthwhile event. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you, and I'm looking forward to concluding the month of Shravan. Please note that the month of Shravan concludes on Sunday. But because our Bhagavad usually starts 7 days before Janmashtami, we are still dressing the lingam up and on Sunday. But the celebration of Shiva and Parvati wedding will be done on Saturday. So I want everybody to understand that and know why we're doing so. Thank you so much, everyone. Bhagwan's blessings. If there's anything we can do for you as a temple, we're always here. Let's do Aarti now, please. Yani kani chapapani janaman tarkritani cha tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshyanam pade pade.
Om Jai Shiva Onkara Swami Hare Shiva Onkara Jai Shiva Onkara Swami Hare Shiva Onkara Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोले गणपति भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियाभुज रामचंद्र की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, जगदम्बिका माता की। नमः पार्वती पतये। हर 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 महादेव शंभो। सत्य सनातन धर्म की। सबको ये जय जय सीताराम। सब भक्तन की, सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम। ओम नमः शिवाय। शुभ रात्रि। Please be seated. Aarti will come and prasad will be given at the door. Some devotees are inquiring whether they can bring the money for the sponsorship on the day of in cash or check. You can, but just go online and fill out the virtual sponsorship so that we have a record of it. That's all. Fill it out there and then you can bring your cash or check in the temple. No problem at all. bhavanishankarmandir.com/Shravan. For those devotees who are in the temple tonight, for the Panchamukhi, I have your names and I will give you the Hanumanji. you can take care of the donation and so with Priya. And so I know some of you have donated here already. But you don't get to choose which is yours and which is not yours. All of them are the same except the dark ones. And I've secured those already. But all of them are the same. So please accept Hanumanji with lots of love and devotion. Take him in your home and allow him to change your life. We will take some pictures and so before and videos and so before. And then we will give you the murtis as your prasad tonight. Thank you so much, all of you online as well. Shubhratri. See all of you tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Om Namah Shivaya.